I have the king of donuts with me today to make our chocolate donuts with chocolate frosting.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
And I cannot wait to make donuts with you. I feel like this is the pinnacle moment of us cooking together.
Yes.
Making donuts.
Yes, it's like my dream come true.
It's no joke that Sean is a lover of donuts. In fact, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's your favorite food. Would you call that a
100%.
food?
I would. I mean, it hits all the categories for me.
Our donuts are going to be much healthier than the kind that you can buy at a bake shop. And that's because we're going to bake them and we're going to use all my favorite ingredients: oat flour, almond flour, cocoa powder, instead of that deep fried white and sugary dough. But of course, we would not make it too healthy because it has to have a chocolate frosting. So Sean,
Yes.
I'm gonna have you make the chocolate frosting for these. We have a 1/2 cup peanut butter, a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, some cocoa powder, and a little bit of milk. So Sean, add the milk last into the bowl.
Just dump everything in?
Yeah, just enough until it's like a good frosting texture.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do all of the dry ingredients. Here we have some sweetener, a 1/4 cup of sweetener, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, cup of oat flour, and a 1/2 cup of almond flour, and then just some salt and some baking soda. Now, Sean,
Yes.
I have to ask you, what do you think your favorite donut of all time is? Can you answer that? I'm sure
I
it's
can
tough.
easily answer that. I grew up in Saline, so there's a famous bakery out there called Benny's, and you know, ever since I was really little, that's what I always went there to get. And just a simple, plain chocolate frosted yeast donut was my favorite.
So they're called glazed.
No, it's just a plain plain donut with just chocolate frosting on it. It's super simple, but the chocolate, for some reason, it just gets me. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what they're called. So there have been a few times I've went to order donuts for him, and I'm like, so that one right there, I don't know what it's called. But that goes to show how much I really know about true donuts. However, you do approve of this donut recipe.
Yes.
So does Maddie.
Yes, Maddie
She
loves
loves
it.
these. She asks for these. So, hey, they can't be too far from the real thing, right? If the Donut King likes them.
Yes.
But I'll never forget the time that I went to go pick out donuts for you, and I was a bag of nerves. I could barely even ask the person behind the counter for what I wanted. I was just like, give me a dozen. I don't even care what. Because I just found out at the time that I was pregnant. And Sean was on a trip, and I was so thankful that he was gone, because I think if he were home, I was in such shock because it took us years to get pregnant.
Yeah.
I would have probably just blurted it out, and I would have regretted it. So I had a few days to figure out a really cute way of telling him. So I went to a bakery, and we don't have any close bakeries by us.
No, there's not a lot in Brighton.
Yeah, so I think I drove like 45 minutes to a bakery that he likes, and I said, give me a dozen. Drove home, and I put a little onesie that said, God answered, inside the donut box with the donuts. And so I told him, hey, when he came down in the morning, and I was so nervous. I was sitting on the couch, I mean, I was shaking, and I set up a little camera to record his reaction so he couldn't see it.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, hey, just so you know, I got you some donuts. And he was like, you did? First of all,
Yeah.
Dashing Dish is
She doesn't buy me donuts.
She's buying me donuts? What is this? And then I was like, oh, hey, you know, go check out that donut box, see if I got the right kind, because I don't really know if I even ordered the right ones. So thankfully he didn't dilly-dally, which I can't imagine you would when it comes to donuts.
No, I went straight for him.
Yeah, he went straight
Didn't
over
wait.
the donut box, and he opened it up. And do you remember what you first thought?
I saw the pregnancy test, and I wondered, why is this next to
Oh
donut?
yeah, and I put a pregnancy test in there. I mean, you got to do it, but you know, looking back, I'm like, yeah, that probably was
I just
the
immediately
ones he
broke
would have
down.
done fine.
I broke down and just started bawling because I was so thankful, and then found out later that you filmed me. So
Do you remember what your first thoughts were though?
I was just so elated and so thankful. I was just so thankful. We've been waiting so long, so it was just a dream come true. And now Maddie's here, and she is precious.
She is. She's our joy. She's Madeline Joy. So the frosting looks really good. It looks creamy, smooth, and you can't go wrong because it's peanut butter and chocolate. So, I mean, obviously it's gonna taste amazing. It's mostly peanut butter. All right, so now the batter is done, and it's really thick. That's fine. You want it to be thick so that you can kind of fill the donut holes here. Sean, do you want to help me out with this?
I can try.
If you want to take the spatula, you can kind of get it like that. Or how about I give you the measuring cup?
Okay.
And then you can use that little spatula.
Just throw it in there?
Yep. So this makes 6 donuts. If you don't have a donut pan, you can always do it in a muffin tin. They will be smaller, so you'll want to bake them for a shorter time, and then they'll come out obviously like muffins, not donut shape, but they still turn out delicious. So I'm gonna put these in the oven 300 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean, and then when they're completely cooled, we can frost them with your delicious chocolate peanut butter frosting.